right, man. Let's talk about Detroit Lions. All right, because of Darius Smith. The question is, what they gonna do next? I mean, you got some options out there. You got Hassan Reddick, who set out the majority of the season for the Jets, including the training camp. Came in 10 games left, played 10 games, started 2, got 1 sack. Bills cut Von Miller. It's Miller time. Josh Sweat is probably the prize of pass rushers out there right now. So he's probably the prize right now. Obviously, you got the draft. But the question is, are they pretty much trying to run back that defense from last year? And obviously, to begin with, Zendarius White wasn't a part of that. To begin with, he wasn't. He wasn't a part of it. So that's an interesting thing. So, I mean, obviously the rumor is Carlton Davis may not be back. Levi Onwuzurike may not be back. Onwuzurike is rumored to join the 49ers. But, Joey Bosa's out there. Obviously Trey Hendrickson is out there. We don't think they will get him. And we know the history of the Lions. We don't think they're going to... We think what they're going to do is something low budget, guy we ain't thought of. Usually it's somebody really, really cheap or somebody really, really low budget. So you're probably thinking washed up Von Miller. Now, would Hassan Reddick be a bad get? Let's talk about him for a minute. Not necessarily. I mean, with a full training camp under his belt, maybe he could recreate the magic he had in Philly and Arizona. Maybe he could recreate that magic. That's a question. So maybe he can recreate that magic in Philly, recreate that magic and that he had there, and I mean that may make a lot of sense. But then again, he had a bad last year. Sometimes when you take that time off as a football player, you don't get that magic back. So Joey Bosa, he been missing the majority of the last 2 seasons. What was your biggest issue, your biggest adversary last year? It was injuries. Injuries was your biggest adversary. Injuries were your biggest adversaries. What else we looking at? Von Miller old. Josh Sweat is probably the prize on the free agent market right now. I mean, why would he go to Detroit? Don't seem like the Eagles are planning to bring him back. But why would he come here? He probably had a pick of his litter. So, and I don't even ever think he had a double-digit sack here. So you pretty much just saying, hey, I'm banking on him to create pressure. And I mean, ideally, he has the ideal setup to be a really good ace, a good partner, or a good 1B or 2 to Aiden Hutchinson. Big, long, lean, athletic body, athletic, the bend, the length, the close out to get the sacks. I mean, him and Hutchinson to be great, but we know the Lions are not going to get into a bidding war with Josh Sweat. Or for Josh Sweat. We know that. We know there will be no bidding war for Josh Sweat. I forgot time that went up. There will be no bidding war for him. So, we know that. So, for the most part, I'm thinking they're probably going to run it back. Bring it back all the linebackers. Question, F.A. Melifanu probably gone. Onwuzurike probably gone. Carlton Davis gone. So there'll be some little differences in what they draft, but for the most part, we feel like we was right there, and it's just the injuries. If we were, somewhat healthy, a lot of us feel like we would have got over that hump. A lot of us feel like we would have got over that hump. So we'll see. I think Brad Holmes, he hasn't won anything but the NFC Championship, but I think he deserves the benefit of the doubt. He deserves the benefit of the doubt, and we'll see what'll happen. We'll see what happens. So, but them running it back again with the same defense. For the same defense, not making no major moves. Maybe they get a major player in the draft, somebody that come in and a surprise. But making no major splash, it's gonna be interesting, man. Not to get a Trey Hendrickson, not to get a Josh Sweat. Myles Garrett went back to Cleveland. That was the best thing to do. You can't trade me in the NFL because of the contracts. The contract is only bonded one way. That's the fucked up shit about it. That contract is only bonded one way. That's the crazy shit about it. It's literally only binded one way. So, but letting Zadarius Smith go, you let him go, you must have something up your sleeve. It has to be something major up the sleeve. In my opinion, it has to be something major up the sleeve. And if it's not nothing major up the sleeve, then you literally gave a 5th round draft pick, and the inevitable was we wasn't gonna win a playoff game for nothing. And you just say $5 million by cutting him. My thing is, you gave Marcus Davenport $5 fucking million. Help us understand. I don't understand when you get a portion, when you get a piece of a story. You may not understand it. So we gotta wait till they point the perfect picture. But it seems they will continue to take the cheap route. It seems they will continue. I'm telling you, they're not gonna get nobody of name. And that window for them is just gonna be the window is gonna stay open because of the draft. But his only issue while drafting is he's not drafting guys that's staying healthy. That's the biggest issue. He's not drafting guys that's staying healthy. That's the biggest issue. He's not drafting guys that's staying healthy. Come on, man. I just hate old people in pickup trucks, man. I just hate them. Like, why? Why is that a thing? Because you shouldn't be behind the wheel to begin with, you old. I know y'all said oldism, but that's all I had to say, man. Let me know what y'all think, man, about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link tree, find me everywhere, peace.